Hare Krishna. Lord Krishna, the creator and sustainer of this universe, has declared this world to be Dukhalayam, a place of misery. Everything here inevitably leads to suffering. In our previous video, Namasraya, a deadly night of the super cyclone, we witnessed how torrential rains and devastating cyclones bring immense hardship to people. However, a devotee remains unaffected by these calamities because he takes shelter in the holy name of the Lord. The same rain that can cause misery when it pours excessively can also bring disaster when it fails to arrive. But in reality, these external phenomena are merely symbolic. Our suffering is the result of our own karma phala, karmic reactions. Today we present yet another miraculous pastime of Srimad Gour Govinda Swami Maharaj that reaffirms this truth and simultaneously strengthens our faith in the power of the Lord's holy name. In the previous episode, we saw how Srila Gour Govinda Swami Maharaj survived life-threatening circumstances caused by heavy rains by taking shelter in the holy name. In today's episode, we will witness how Srila Gurudev invoked divine mercy to protect the people from a famine caused by a prolonged drought. In 1974, Srila Gour Govinda Swami Maharaj renounced his Grihastha life and travelled extensively across India in search of his Guru. In 1975, Srila Prabhupada mercifully awarded him sannyasa and gave him many confidential instructions. Among these, Srila Prabhupada instructed him to build the Sri Krishna Balaram temple in Bhubaneswar, translate Srila Prabhupada's books into the Oriya language, spread the message of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu across the world. In order to fulfill the desire of his Guru Maharaj, Srila Gurudev used to travel throughout the world every year. In 1993, Srila Gurudev embarked on a tour of Europe, and during this journey, he visited Spain. His servant at that time was Sripad Sachinandan Prabhu. They arrived at Navabraja Mandal Dham, a temple established by Srila Prabhupada near Madrid, where over 400 devotees resided. Upon arriving, Srila Gurudev noticed something unusual. There was no electricity, and devotees were using oil lamps. Gurudev remarked, "I remember that in India, when we were children, we used oil lamps because there was no electricity. But here in such a developed country, why are they using oil lamps?" He instructed Sripad Sachinandan Prabhu to inquire about the situation. The temple president explained that Spain depended primarily on hydroelectricity. But due to a prolonged drought over the years, there was no water to generate electricity, causing severe famine-like situations throughout the country. Even for their day-to-day use, they have to take out water from the well. As Srila Gurudev listened to the temple president's explanation, many devotees gathered around to hear the conversation. Gurudev gravely remarked, "This is the result of sinful reactions." Hearing this, a local devotee immediately questioned, "But Maharaj, where there is no sinful activities, is India free from sin, or the USA, or in England there is no sin? Sinful activities happen everywhere." Gurudev, understanding the mentality of that devotee, answered, "Yes, sinful activities are rampant everywhere in this age of Kali. But because you devotees are staying here, Lord Krishna mercifully teaching you what could be the results of sinful activities." At that time, two other devotees came forward and spoke in favor of Srila Gurudev. "You are absolutely right, Maharaj. Sinful activities are everywhere, but here in Spain it is extreme." They explained that in Spain a gruesome tradition was prevalent where men fought bulls, and in the end the bull was mercilessly slaughtered for public entertainment. This cruelty was so widespread that other nations had pressured Spain to abandon this barbaric practice. Srila Gurudev then instructed the devotees, "Those who engage in sinful activities will certainly reap their results, but you all must continue chanting Hari Naam for the pleasure of the Lord. If the Lord is pleased, all miseries will be eradicated and the suffering of not only the devotees but also the entire land will be mitigated. Srila Gurudev then asked, which scripture would be discussed in the day's class? The devotees informed him that the scheduled class was from Chaitanya Charitamrita. Srila Gurudev smiled and said, today we will not give a long lecture. We will do Hari Naam Sankirtan. Speak only a little and let us chant more. Tell everyone to join the Kirtan. With deep devotion, Srila Gurudev began the Kirtan with the famous bhajan Gourangera Dutipada Jara Dhana Sampada.
Gourangero Dutipada Jara Dhana Sampada.
All the devotees joined in the ecstatic Kirtan. Immediately after completing this bhajan, Srila Gurudev began another heartfelt bhajan, Parama Karuna Pahu Duijana Nitai Gaura Chandra.
Parama Karuna Pahu Duijana Nitai Gaura Chandra. Parama Karuna Pahu
As this second bhajan approached its conclusion, a loud clap of thunder echoed through the sky. Sripad Satchinandan Prabhu remembers, I was overwhelmed with joy, thought to myself, see the power of a pure devotee. By his kirtan, Srila Gurudev can invoke rain. With a big smile on my face, I looked at the temple president who was sitting next to me. But the temple president, leaning towards me, whispered on my ear, Satchinandan Prabhu, we are hearing this sound since last 6 months. This thunder has been coming and going. It always disappears without bringing any rain. Don't be too hopeful. Sripad Satchinandan Prabhu's initial happiness turned into disappointment, but Srila Gurudev, immersed in the holy names, continued his powerful kirtan. This time the result was different. The thunder that had always come and gone without rain lingered. Soon gentle drops of rain began to touch the dry earth. Within moments, the drizzle turned into heavy showers. This cloudburst continued for 8 long hours. All the devotees present were astonished by this miraculous turn of events. Their hearts overflowed with faith and conviction that Srila Gurudev was indeed a pure devotee who could manifest the impossible through his pure chanting of the Lord's holy name. The news spread quickly throughout the city. An Indian sadhu had come and through his kirtan he had brought rain. After this incident, devotees rushed to see Srila Gurudev. However, seeing the growing glorification, Srila Gurudev became pained. He told Sripad Satchinandan Prabhu, what is happening now is not good. This is not our doing. It is the mercy of Mahaprabhu. Wherever his name is chanted, all sinful reactions are mitigated and auspiciousness descends upon that place. This is the result of the mercy of Srila Prabhupada and Sriman Mahaprabhu. I have no credit in this. Srila Gurudev further added, people are glorifying me and this is not justified. We must leave this place immediately or more people will start praising me. When Satchinandan Prabhu reminded Srila Gurudev that their flight was scheduled for 2 days later, Gurudev replied firmly, no, we will go to the airport now and change the ticket. We will leave today itself. Satchinandan Prabhu remarked, I had read about sadhus who always ran away from fame, but I had never seen such a sadhu in my life until I witnessed Srila Gurudev doing the same. That day, Srila Gurudev immediately boarded a van, went to the airport, changed the ticket, and left Madrid, cancelling our 2 more days programs at New Brajamandal Dham. We have all heard the famous story of Madhavendra Puri. When Lord Gopinath stole kheer for him, he realized that people would soon begin to glorify him. To avoid this praise, he fled from Remuna in the middle of the night. A pure devotee always attributes everything to the Lord and runs away from prestige, knowing well that name, fame, and adoration create obstacles in one's service to the Lord. Sripad Satchinandan Prabhu has often narrated these miraculous pastimes of Srila Gurudev during his Vyasa Puja offerings. This nectarian episode teaches us 2 essential siddhantas of bhakti. First, the unparalleled power of Hari Naam. Chanting the Lord's name with devotion can change the course of nature and mitigate sinful reactions. And the second, the humility of a pure devotee. A true devotee never seeks honor or praise for himself and always attributes all success to the mercy of Guru and Gouranga. This inspiring pastime of Srila Gurudev is not just a tale to be told, it is a lesson to be imbibed. Let us all take this opportunity to deepen our faith in the holy name and strive to cultivate the humility exemplified by Srila Gurudev. Please share your thoughts and reflections. Hare Krishna.